Drills Talk, episode 111. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 ways to appreciate others. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled Celebrating Others. Appreciating others seems to go without saying. I mean, we see award shows, we have cards all over the place every store we go into. There's plenty of ways to show your appreciation. But we seem to have issues with showing others appreciation. And the issue is, it's probably within. It's probably something going on with us. We need to understand that appreciating others is not just appreciating others. It's telling us that maybe we're not working hard enough. It can tell us that maybe we're not good enough. But I want us to understand that we're going to get over that hump and we're going to be able to both work harder and show appreciation to those who've already done it. Let's go.
Yo, Drills.
Created by the great wizard of the new world.
Drills Talk, episode 111. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 ways to appreciate others. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here we're an entrepreneurship-based channel. Every Monday we have a new blog. Every Wednesday I post a new Drills Talk. And as I go, I'm going to find other things to post that have to do with entrepreneurial ventures. And I would love for you to check that out also. Let's get started. Number one is to honestly compare and contrast. I'm a musician, so when I first begin to make music, you have this stage of where you don't believe anything you're creating is good, right? But then maybe way too early, about 6 months, a year into what you're doing, you feel you're ready for the mainstream. And it's absolutely not true, but at that time you believe it. And it's because we don't honestly compare and contrast. What I did to get over that hump, I actually made a playlist and I put my music as a 3rd song, 5th song, 7th song. So I'm hearing professional level quality mixes and masters and hopefully talent mixed in with mines and where I was. And what that told me was I needed more work. That told me that I wasn't quite ready for the mainstream. And that was the biggest help in me appreciating others, because I see, okay, well, it's going to take more than a year. It's going to take more than trying hard or believing that I tried hard enough. It's going to take more. And because I was honestly comparing and contrasting and not just putting maybe 10 songs of mine on a playlist, listening to them and saying that was great, I'm missing in what's playing on the radio. I'm missing in what was considered a Grammy level performance or a Grammy winning song. And with that comparison, I know that I needed more work, which means that when I see that person who won that award, I'm like, you know what? I know they worked hard because I feel I worked hard and I still have work to do. It's worth it. Give it a try. Number two is to work for what you want. You have your head down towards a goal. You set a goal, you're working towards it, and others are getting, admiration or attention. That's great. But that's because they did exactly what you're doing. So why would you stop because of someone else's attention? If attention is what you want, then work harder, get what you are attempting to obtain, and the admiration and the accolades will come. But we're skipping that work. Example that I gave before, I'm 6 months, a year in. There's people that have been doing, music, creating music, writing music for decades. And I'm expecting to produce the same quality. I'm expecting the same accolades. I don't have the same notoriety. Like, how do I expect that? But I was young, right? So maybe it's an age thing. Maybe it's just being naive. Either way, we need to understand that there's a lot of work to do. We need to focus on working towards what we want. It's the same as, saving, and you have aspirations to buy a car and you're saving up for the down payment, whatever that down payment is. Or maybe you want to pay for the car in cash. Whatever the case, it's step by step. You're adding to that. So if you're saving and it takes you 5 years because you sat down and said it's going to take me 5 years to save up. On year 1, you can't have ill will towards the people who are driving what you are saving up to one day get, because you don't know what they did, what work they had. You don't know if someone handed them the money or they worked 10 years to save up and get that. That could have been their dream car from when they were in high school. We don't know the story. So what we should do is say, you know what? That's what I'm working towards. That's confirmation that I can get it with my work. Not, oh my goodness, how they get it. Why do they have it? Why do I still have 4 more years of saving? We're going about it the wrong way. Let's check ourselves, and go about it the right way, because the world sees the ugliness and it doesn't reward it. Number three is to ask, am I being selfish? The answer is probably yes. It's nothing to do with the other person. It has everything to do with how we're handling their accolades. It's how we're handling their success, or how we're handling the fact of we have a lack of success. We haven't done as much as we wanted to do. And we're asking ourselves, goodness, why not me? Why not me? Well, the answer is clearly we need more work. The answer is clearly maybe our talent level is not where it needs to be. In whatever realm, it can be the corporate world. Why haven't I moved up as fast as such and such? Well, such and such took on a lot more projects. They added things to their plate that wasn't supposed to be on their plate. They're known to go the extra mile. You're known to take long lunches. You're known to scroll in right before the morning meeting. You're known to head out to beat traffic, So those are the things and those are the whys, but we never really critique ourselves and say, hey, am I being selfish? The answer is yes, we are being selfish, and we're not being honest with each other. We're not being honest with ourselves, each other, and being that, okay, why can't I congratulate this person? They deserve a congratulations. They deserve the accolades they're getting. I'm being dishonest with them by not willingly giving it to them. I'm being dishonest with me by acting as if I shouldn't, meaning that I'm telling myself that they didn't work hard to get what they got. And I don't know exactly what they did to get it. Or I know what they did, know I didn't do it, and I'm still a little salty. Something's wrong there, right? That's clearly selfish. That's very juvenile. We need to do a little growing up, a little self-assessment. Need to understand that, okay, well, if I want what that person has, I need to do what that person did and more. And if I don't know what they did, then I'm setting myself up to never get that. So maybe I should focus within, focus on me, have my goals, and work towards those goals. Then the accolades will come. Number four is, what would you expect if it was you? You bust your tail. You did everything right. You saved up for 5 years. You worked hard and made music for a decade before anybody even knew you were making music. And then there's an issue with a person that's just seemingly not really happy for you. You don't know why they're not happy. You don't understand what you've done, which is nothing. Right? Why would you want to be that person? You're that person now. You're on the other side. You're the one sitting down in the corner when everybody's walking up to this person congratulating them. You're the one not participating in the standing ovation while they're accepting their award. Why be that person? How could you go to sleep at night knowing that you're working towards what that person got, right? Working towards what that person's receiving, busting your tail, going through questioning yourself, going through thinking about quitting. That person did everything that you did, plus more, and got to the place that you wanted to get to. And you're going to sit in the corner. You're going to sit down. You're going to look away. You're going to not shake their hand. You're not going to show appreciation because it's not you. I think we have a problem appreciating others. And hopefully this video helped you see a little bit of yourself and made you want to correct it. Drills Talk, episode 111. These were the top 4 ways to appreciate others. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.